it's not like, you know, French history and all of these things. You know what I mean? So yeah.
No, I just feeling shame I was not recording what you were saying because, you know, you had some great points there.
Thank you, thank you. What's your name, by the way?
Baba.
Baba.
Yeah, Chaba Baba.
I am Mark.
Mark.
All right, nice to meet you, Baba.
Nice to meet you, Mark.
Yeah, we have the spot.
Yeah,
My
man.
friend Oliver here as well. You're wearing the MIB, yeah?
Yes, sir.
MIB.
Blessed love, Baba.
Yes, one love, man. So, yeah. Do you consider yourself Rasta, Baba?
Ha.
Rastafari?
It's a
Or
good
Levity?
question. I resonate a lot with the Rastafari value system for sure.
Okay. That's good, that's good. Bless up. Like
Sometimes if I think about it, I'm not that much Rasta as I wanna be, you know. So, but also in some way, most of the time maybe I fight with the prejudice that because I do my best to live naturally, then people judge me with smoking weed because I have dreadlocks, for example.
Oh, so you don't smoke weed at all? I don't. I used to, I don't no more. One moment, one moment.
Demonstrationer, der bliver fremlagt, som om de der dæmoner, der tæsker, vi rykker frem og gør, at der
You're a little mixture of some spiritual being, but not as Rasta as you want to be.
It depends. From a spiritual perspective, I could say, or anyone could say, that everybody is spiritual. So then if I have a choice, I choose Hinduism, Rastafari, quantum physics.
Yes, okay,
They
so
are
you're very
super awesome languages for expressing
the soul there.
yeah,
Vedic Hinduism is very interesting.
awesome internal experience for which maybe I don't know that there is birth because I have not heard about the people who already have words for it. And also they offer methods or practice. How is it possible to get out of for what I have been hypnotized or conditioned to do so? Yeah.
Okay.
Because if I consciously do not condition myself to a completely different system, because then that also has to be a system, kind of, unfortunately, or just, complete anarchy. But if I condition myself to another different approach, then I can have the sense how I can observe what I've been normalized with from another perspective. So in some way, in some way it's useful to be mind-fucked by a cult, what some could say.
Interesting. Have you any experience with the cult? Because I believe like the government is one big cult, right? It's like a religion itself.
Culture is the biggest cult. That's why it's called culture.
Pop culture is very big. Yeah. Culture, exactly. Cultus. But again, government in itself is religion. It's like the biggest cult. You have this blind authority belief to people that knows what's best for you and me, but always are bought and paid by the banksters that own the money, and then it gets really crazy, about how the FDA have you heard about this? The Codex Alimentaris. The ones that owns food owns the people. So one thing is following the money, but the ones that control food, if you're not part of this Codex Alimentaris, you're not able to trade
hej og velkommen tilbage.
other nations. So every nation has to be under this. FDA.
Vi har haft en lille hyggelig stund her på Christianshavns Torv. Der var en hjemløs, der ikke var så glad for, at vi var her. Vi måtte lige løse det med lidt dialog, og det virkede så ikke helt, men alligevel så tror jeg, det er gået over i sig selv.
Good ideas.
Han har fået et bajer eller to for meget. Det går nok alt sammen.
there's a lot of
Vend det
problems,
tilbage.
and now it's
Det her, det er en manifestation for vores allesammens frihed. Danmark, vi gider ikke finde os i det her mere. Det her vanvid,
What
der
can we
står
do?
for længe nu. Og der er for mange mennesker, der smadrer af det over hele verden. Og over hele verden er der millioner af mennesker, der protesterer mod præcis det samme som os. Så vi bliver ved med at kalde os privilegerede danskere. Vi skal bare være glade for, at vi bor i Danmark. Så vær klar på, at det her det er et fucking diktatur, de prøver at presse ned over hovedet på hele verden. Det er hele verden, der får deres liv smadret det her. Og vi er millioner af mennesker. I kan ikke bare pille os ud i for en og sådan gøre nar af os og udskamme os, fordi vi ikke vil tage den fucking vaccine. Vi er frie mennesker, vi har ret til at være her præcis som vi kommer her til verden. Vi kom til verden uvaccineret, og det er sådan vi vil blive. Vi gider ikke tage den fucking vaccine, er I med?
Boom. Yeah, man. Resource-based society.
Frihed for Danmark!
Equity would be a good keyword for something we could build up, not without being the whole like fantasy utopia kind of thinking, but we have to aim at least at something with the intention of creating something that is in a symbiotic relationship to the world around us as well. In regards to resources, we have to reuse and recycle a shit ton more than we do today. And inevitably it would have to be everything once, but that's what we're aiming for, right? I hope so. But the government has big economic gains by still using fossil fuels instead of going over to another type of energy source. I mean, there's so many big. It's all about the money. It's the money that I believe ruins the world because they have big pharma, they got big oil.
You heard about the progressive utilization theory, Proud? Yeah.
No?
It's one sociologist from India. He also started one cult, so maybe he's more famous from the cult. But in some way, for me, it's quite impressive if one person who has all this background in sociology and psychology just convince 200 people who are living otherwise like homelesses. He just convince them, okay, become my monk, and then we gonna go for a conscious movement instead of everybody just homeless around individually. And he created this Proud, progressive utilization theory, what I also implemented into my own personal philosophy. Because even though if, I do my best to not to eat that much meat and, don't support the production of more plastic or digital devices, but if something is already there, if something is already here, I can use it for the revolution or for the benefit of other conscious beings who are already working on reducing the suffering for others. Because in some way it's very relevant still today in a society. Some people see that someone is suffering, then chase them away and motherfucker, don't push them. I just want to have a positive experience, so if you don't come to me with a positive experience, I chase you away kind of way. But it's just, in my opinion, it's just creating more suffering later on. Have you got maybe a phone to make a picture?
Yeah, sure.
Because I would also like to give you my, what is this called? My business card, but I did not print any. I have only one, but I have it at safe place.
So you do treatment from a quantum physical perspective?
You can imagine my temple as a Hindu temple for personal transformation or internal learning or meditation.
Interesting.
By based on quantum physics. I don't have hooky spooky. I mean, I studied it because it was interesting for me, but I do not want to put it on nobody. I have, for me, my understanding comes from quantum physics.
Okay. So